Diwali's just around the corner, and you know what that means.
Yeah.
Gift-giving season.
Big time.
But
Yeah.
sometimes those traditional Diwali gifts can feel a little impersonal.
I know what you mean.
Like those boxes of sweets that just end up getting regifted year after year.
Right, exactly.
So this year,
Yeah.
maybe you're looking for something different, something with a little more heart. And luckily,
Yes.
we've got this great article from ET Brand Equity.
Oh, perfect.
It's called The Year D2C Brands Disrupted Diwali Gifting.
Okay.
And it just dropped yesterday,
Oh, wow. So it's
November 5th, 2024.
hot off the press.
So we're going to dive into all the ways that D2C brands are shaking up Diwali gifting
Yeah, sounds good.
and what this means for you as a gift giver.
Absolutely.
Hopefully it means better options and less stress.
For sure.
And,
Yeah.
we'll also look at the impact on the environment and social responsibility,
It's important.
because gifting shouldn't cost the earth. So this article talks about Diwali gifting expenditure reaching 1.85 lakh crore this year.
Wow. That's a lot.
Yeah.
People are really spending.
Yeah, clearly people are ready to spend, but they're not just looking for any old gift.
Right. They want something special.
Yeah, exactly. Like they're craving more meaning behind their gifts.
I think so, yeah. And the article quotes Avi Kumar.
Oh.
He's the CMO of Ferns and Petals.
Mm-hmm.
And he says customers are looking for gifts that are both premium and meaningful.
Interesting.
It's not just about ticking a box anymore.
Right.
It's about making a genuine connection.
So what makes a gift truly meaningful then?
That's a great question.
Is it the price tag? The thought behind it?
Right.
Maybe something else entirely.
Yeah. What do you think?
I don't know. I'm curious to hear your take on that.
Well, I think it really differs from person to person,
Mm-hmm.
but I think it comes down to showing the recipient that you understand them
Oh,
and their values.
I like that.
Yeah.
And the article gives this great example of High Fun Foods. They've already seen a 25% jump in retail sales,
Wow.
and they're expecting that to surge to 50% as we get closer to Diwali.
That's huge.
It's like a lot of snacks.
Yeah, what's interesting about them, though, is that they're not just selling snacks, they're selling experiences.
Okay, how so?
Well, their Diwali gift hampers are really carefully curated
Okay.
with unique flavor combinations and beautiful packaging.
Oh, I see. So they're really tapping into that desire for something unique and special.
Exactly.
And it's not just about being unique either.
Right.
There's a growing awareness of sustainability too.
Absolutely. The article highlights how these DTC brands are responding to consumer demand for eco-conscious products and packaging.
So they're kind of aligning their choices with their ethics.
Yeah, exactly. And the article quotes Balasarda,
Okay.
who's the CEO of Vadam Teas.
Mm-hmm.
And he says that their customers really value their commitment to ethical sourcing and sustainable practices.
So it's like even if it's just a box of tea,
Yeah.
it's got to reflect those values.
Exactly. And this whole shift towards conscious consumerism
Yeah.
is influencing what people consider to be a good gift.
So it's not just about formality anymore.
Right.
It's about those choices that really align with our personal beliefs.
Absolutely.
I love that. And speaking of those choices,
Yeah.
we tend to think of Diwali gifts in a very traditional way.
Like sweets and dry fruits.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But this article talks about a rise in unconventional gifts.
Oh, interesting.
Things like gourmet coffee blends, self-care kits,
Okay.
even special treats for our pets.
Our pets.
Yeah,
Wow, I love that.
it's great.
Yeah.
Heads Up for Tails, which is a brand that caters to pets,
Okay.
has seen a 20% surge in demand for their Diwali range.
So people are realizing that their pets deserve to be pampered too.
Absolutely. They deserve some Diwali gifts too.
Yeah, that's great.
So it's not just about expanding the types of gifts, but also who we think of as recipients.
Right, expanding that circle.
Totally. And speaking of expanding, the article also highlights how jewelry, which has traditionally been seen as a gift for very specific occasions, is becoming more accessible and popular.
That makes sense, especially with D2C brands entering the picture.
Yeah, they're doing some really cool things.
Yeah, what are some examples?
Well, the article mentions GVA,
Okay.
and they're offering pieces in silver, lightweight gold, and even lab-grown diamonds,
Interesting.
which are more sustainable and affordable.
So they're catering to different budgets and preferences.
Exactly. And it's a great example of how these D2C brands are shaking up traditional categories.
Yeah, democratizing luxury.
Exactly. So we've got these amazing, unique, ethical gifts popping up everywhere.
It's exciting.
Yeah, thanks to D2C brands.
Right.
But how are these brands actually reaching customers, especially during a crazy busy time like Diwali?
That's a good question.
Because it's hectic.
It is.
So the article highlights their multi-channel approach.
Okay, so what does that mean?
Well, they're using a combination of online marketplaces, social media campaigns, their own websites, and even brick-and-mortar stores.
So they're making sure they're visible
Yeah,
everywhere.
exactly. They're casting a wide net.
Smart.
And it's a smart move because it caters to both planned shoppers and those last-minute gift grabbers.
Oh, yeah, the ones who suddenly realize Diwali is tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly.
Really?
But hold on. The article also mentions some challenges.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, these brands face challenges, especially when it comes to their websites.
Okay, in what way?
Well, managing a website during peak shopping season like Diwali can be tricky.
Yeah, makes sense.
The article actually quotes Arun Padapiraman,
Okay.
who's the CMO of Sprinkler, which is a customer experience management company.
Got it.
And he emphasizes the importance of a smooth digital experience.
Yeah.
Because it's no use having these amazing products if your website crashes when everyone's trying to buy them.
Right. That's the worst.
Total buzzkill.
Totally.
So definitely some growing pains for these D2C brands.
Makes sense.
But on the flip side, the article also talks about how they're personalizing the shopping experience.
Dude, that's good.
Which is amazing.
Yeah, because it's not enough to just offer a wide selection anymore.
Right.
Customers want to feel like they're being treated as individuals.
And D2C brands get that.
They do.
The article mentions Aura Fine Jewelry
Okay.
and their try-at-home service.
Tell me more.
So you can pick out pieces online
Okay.
and try them on in the comfort of your own home before you commit.
Wow, I love that.
It's brilliant.
Yeah.
So they're taking the pressure off by bringing that boutique experience directly to you.
I like that a lot.
It's like saying, hey, choosing jewelry could be stressful.
Yeah.
Let's make this fun and easy.
And that focus on creating a positive customer journey.
Yeah.
It's a hallmark of a lot of D2C brands.
So it's like they're saying, hey, we don't just want to sell you a gift.
Right.
We want to be a part of your Diwali celebration.
That's a powerful message.
It is.
It's about building relationships, not just making transactions.
Exactly. So we've covered a lot of ground already.
We have.
D2C brands are offering unique gifts. They're embracing sustainability. They're personalizing the experience.
Yeah, it's impressive.
It is.
It's a lot.
But there's one last point in this article that I find incredibly interesting.
Okay. What is it?
And it has to do with the timing of Diwali campaigns.
Oh, okay. Tell me more.
The article points out that a lot of brands are choosing to release their Diwali campaigns much closer to the actual holiday
Interesting.
rather than starting weeks in advance.
That seems a bit counterintuitive.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah. You'd think they'd want to get a head start on the competition.
Exactly. So why do you think they're doing this?
It's a fascinating question.
It is.
And it's one that we'll explore in more depth in the next part of our deep dive.
Ooh, a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
I like it.
But before we go,
Yeah.
let's take a moment to reflect on what we've learned so far.
Okay, sounds good.
What are your key takeaways about how D2C brands are changing the Diwali gifting landscape?
Well, I think what stands out to me is their ability to tap into those deeper desires for meaningful and personalized gifting experiences.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And they're doing it while being mindful of the planet and our values.
Absolutely.
It's refreshing.
It is.
So we're going to leave you with this thought.
Okay.
Do you think waiting until the last minute to launch Diwali campaigns is a good strategy for these companies? And if so, why?
What are the potential benefits and drawbacks?
Yeah. Are they trying to create a sense of urgency?
Right.
Are they betting on people being more receptive to their messages closer to the holiday?
Interesting questions.
Or are they simply trying to stand out from the noise of early campaigns?
We'll have to think about that.
We'll be back soon to delve deeper into those questions and more.
Sounds good.
But for now, happy Diwali shopping, everyone.
Happy shopping!
Okay, so we're back
Back again.
and ready to unpack this whole trend of D2C brands holding back their Diwali campaigns until the last minute.
Feels risky.
It does, doesn't it? Yeah. But before we get into the why,
Okay.
let's talk about what this last mile actually means.
Right. Good point.
Because we kind of threw that term out there.
We did.
But what does it actually mean for these brands? And more importantly, for the people receiving these Diwali gifts?
Right. So think of it as the final stretch
Okay.
of the customer journey. That crucial moment when someone goes from browsing to actually buying.
Okay.
And for Diwali campaigns,
Yeah.
that last mile is all about making that purchase as smooth and enjoyable as possible.
So it's like the difference between finding a gorgeous gift
Yeah.
and then having like a total nightmare trying to buy it.
Exactly. No website crashes, no confusing checkout processes,
Yeah.
definitely no delivery delays.
The worst. The worst. So it's about removing any friction points and exceeding expectations.
You could have the best marketing campaign in the world,
Yeah.
but if that last mile is a disaster,
Right.
it can ruin everything.
Makes sense, especially during Diwali, when everyone's busy and stressed.
Totally. The last thing you want is to be battling a clunky website.
Or chasing down a missing delivery.
Oh, for sure. And that's where these DTC brands are really focusing their efforts.
How so?
They're investing in technology, logistics, customer service, all to ensure that that last mile is a really great experience.
So they're really thinking about every step of the way.
Exactly.
To make sure people can actually get these gifts without a hassle.
Without any stress.
Which is key during Diwali.
It is.
So back to the timing of those campaigns.
Yeah, why wait till the last minute?
Wow.
It's a good question.
It is.
So one possibility is that they're trying to capitalize on that sense of urgency
Okay.
that kicks in as Diwali gets closer.
Like that panic mode.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, oh my gosh, Diwali's next week. I need to find some gifts.
Right, and suddenly that D2C ad pops up with the perfect solution.
It's like they know.
They know.
And Diwali is a very emotional holiday.
It is.
It's about family togetherness, the joy of giving.
There's a special feeling in the air as Diwali gets closer.
Yeah. And maybe these brands are trying to tap into that.
Maybe they're delaying their campaigns.
Okay.
To connect with consumers on a deeper level.
I see.
Aligning their message with the spirit of the holiday.
When those emotions are running high.
Exactly.
So less about logic, more about hitting those heartstrings.
Potentially, yeah.
Okay. But wouldn't they risk missing out on those people who are super organized?
Oh, good point.
Who like to get their Diwali shopping done weeks in advance?
Yeah, that's definitely a risk.
Yeah.
Some people like to plan ahead.
Right.
And those early birds might feel left out.
Plus, isn't there a chance they'll get lost in the noise? If every other brand is also launching last minute.
Yeah, it's a crowded marketplace for sure.
It is.
It's always a challenge to break through.
So maybe they're betting on the element of surprise.
Ooh, interesting.
Like standing out by being the last one to make an entrance.
If consumers are bombarded with Diwali ads for weeks, a late-stage campaign could feel fresh and unexpected.
That's a bold strategy.
It is.
And it'll be interesting to see how it pays off.
For sure.
But I think what's important, regardless of the timing, is that these D2C brands are shaking things up.
They are.
And they're giving consumers more choices.
More options, always good.
And they're making it easier than ever to find gifts that align with our values.
Absolutely.
Whether that's sustainability, personalization, or simply supporting small businesses.
It's about moving away from those generic mass-produced gifts.
Yes.
And embracing a more thoughtful approach.
This whole conversation has really got me thinking about the bigger picture. Like, why are we seeing this shift in Diwali gifting?
Yeah, it can't just be about the D2C brands.
Right, exactly. There's got to be a larger cultural shift happening here.
I think so. Yeah, people are craving authenticity. They're questioning mass consumerism. They're looking for ways to express their individuality.
And maybe these D2C brands are just a reflection of that.
Yeah, maybe they're giving people a platform. To express themselves through their gift choices.
I like that a lot.
Yeah.
It's like they're saying, hey, you don't have to settle for the ordinary.
You can find gifts that are unique and special.
Just like the people you're celebrating.
Exactly.
So it's about moving beyond just the transactional and embracing that emotional aspect of gift giving.
And Diwali, with its focus on connection and celebration, it's the perfect time to embrace this new way of thinking about gifts.
Absolutely.
But the last mile isn't just about deliveries, is it?
Right. Good point.
It applies to the whole Diwali campaign strategy, too.
So how do these DTC companies make sure that their late-stage campaigns actually hit the mark?
Well, they're not just competing with other brands, are they?
Right.
They're competing with everything else going on in people's lives.
During Diwali.
During Diwali, exactly.
Family gatherings, festive preparations, travel plans.
Yeah, it's a busy time.
It's hectic.
It is.
So their marketing messages really need to cut through all that noise.
They do.
And resonate.
Yeah, no pressure.
So if I were a D2C brand, launching a last-minute Diwali campaign, what are some things I should keep in mind?
Well, first and foremost, clarity is key. Your message needs to be super clear. instantly understandable.
Right.
People don't have time to figure out what you're selling.
It's like, hey, you need a Diwali gift.
Yep.
Got it.
Here it is.
Click this button.
Short, sweet, to the point.
Done. And don't forget the visuals.
Oh, visuals are so important.
Because a picture is worth 1,000 words.
Especially when you're fighting for attention online.
Yes, exactly. So those visuals need to be eye-catching and evocative.
Think vibrant colors.
Okay.
Beautiful imagery.
Yeah.
Maybe even a touch of humor.
Ooh, I like that.
To stand out.
And what about tapping into those emotions?
Oh, that's crucial.
Yeah.
Your campaign should really evoke the spirit of Diwali.
Okay. Should make people feel warm, joyful, connected.
So maybe showcase genuine moments of people celebrating together.
Exactly.
Or like the act of giving a thoughtful gift.
Make it personal. Make it relatable. Make it heartfelt.
I love it. And of course, don't forget that seamless last mile experience.
Of course not.
Make sure the buying and delivery process is as smooth as butter.
Absolutely. Because the last thing you want is for a brilliant campaign to be ruined by a frustrating checkout or a late delivery.
Okay, so launching a successful last-minute Diwali campaign is a delicate balancing act.
It is.
You've got to capture attention, evoke emotions, offer a frictionless experience, all within a short time frame.
It's a challenge, but it's also an opportunity.
Okay.
The brands that can pull it off
Yeah.
will be the ones that really stand out.
And maybe,
Yeah.
just maybe, those last-minute campaigns will become the new norm.
It's an intriguing thought.
It is.
It'll be fascinating to see how this all plays out.
In the coming weeks, for sure.
But speaking of evolution,
Yes.
the article also highlights another interesting aspect
Okay.
of Diwali gifting.
What's that?
The growing awareness of sustainability.
Oh, right. We touched on that earlier.
We did, but it's worth diving deeper.
Okay.
Because let's face it, traditional Diwali celebrations
Yeah.
can generate a lot of waste.
A lot of packaging firecrackers, gifts.
So much.
It's tough to stay eco-conscious.
It is, and that's where these D2C brands are stepping up.
How so?
They're offering sustainable alternatives to traditional gifts.
Okay.
And they're being transparent about their production processes.
Good.
The article mentions Joyvia again,
Okay.
and their use of lab-grown diamonds
Yes.
as a more sustainable option.
Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Yeah, so lab-grown diamonds are also known as cultured diamonds.
Okay.
And they're created in a lab.
In a lab.
Yeah,
Interesting.
in a controlled environment that mimics the natural conditions
Okay.
under which diamonds form.
So they're real diamonds,
They are
but created differently.
exactly. They have the same chemical composition, physical properties,
Wow.
optical brilliance as mine diamonds.
But more sustainable.
More sustainable because they don't involve the environmental impact of mining.
Right. Mining can be really destructive.
It can be.
It involves digging up vast areas of land,
Yeah.
displacing wildlife, using tons of energy and water.
So lab-grown diamonds are a way to enjoy the beauty of diamonds without the environmental footprint.
I like that.
Me too. And I'm actually surprised at how affordable
Yeah.
lab-grown diamonds are becoming.
The technology has advanced so much
It really
that they're more accessible now.
Which is great.
It is.
So it's like you're getting the sparkle without the guilt.
Exactly. A win-win.
I love it.
And it's not just about diamonds either.
Right.
D2C brands are using sustainable materials in all sorts of products.
Like what?
Think bamboo gift boxes,
Okay.
recycled paper wrapping,
Nice.
even plant-based inks.
So they're really rethinking every aspect of the gifting experience.
With sustainability in mind.
I like that.
Yeah.
And it makes me think about those gift hampers
Oh, yeah.
we talked about earlier. Traditionally, they're filled with all these individually wrapped items.
White and lots of plastic packaging.
So much plastic.
Yeah. But D2C brands are changing that too.
Okay. How so?
They're using reusable containers,
Okay.
biodegradable fillers, and minimalist packaging.
So they're becoming more sustainable,
Yeah.
but are they also becoming more personalized?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Personalization is another huge trend in Diwali gifting.
It is.
And it's something that D2C brands are really good at.
We talked about Aura's try-at-home service,
Yeah.
but there's so many other ways they're personalizing.
Like what?
Well, think about personalized gift recommendations
Okay.
based on your past purchases or browsing history,
Right.
or even the ability to customize gifts with initials,
Oh, nice.
special messages, unique design.
So they're using data
Yeah.
to create a bespoke experience.
Exactly. And it's not just about the gifts themselves.
Right.
It's about the entire customer journey.
You're spot on.
They're going the extra mile to make every touch point feel personal and special.
Like handwritten thank you notes,
Yeah.
personalized gift wrapping, even follow-up emails to make sure you're happy.
All about building that relationship
Exactly.
with the customer.
Yeah, it's like they're saying, hey, we're not just some faceless corporation.
We're real people.
We care.
And we want to make your Diwali special.
That human touch can make all the difference.
It really can.
Yeah.
So it's really fascinating to see how they're weaving sustainability and personalization into every aspect of Diwali gifting.
It shows how agile they are and how customer-focused they are.
And their willingness to innovate.
For sure.
But I still have one question.
Okay, what is it?
Do you think this trend of waiting until the last minute
to
launch Diwali campaigns is actually a good strategy?
That's a tough one.
It is, isn't it?
There are definitely risks involved.
Yeah.
But there's also potential rewards.
So I guess only time will tell.
Exactly. We'll have to see how it plays out.
Before we get too far ahead of ourselves,
okay,
let's go back to something you mentioned earlier, the cultural shift that's happening around Diwali gifting.
D2C brands aren't operating in a vacuum.
Right. They're responding to a larger trend towards authenticity, meaning, and mindful consumption.
Absolutely.
I remember last Diwali, I was trying to find a special gift for my grandmother.
Oh, yeah.
And she's always been a huge advocate for supporting local artisans.
That's great.
And I actually found this amazing D2C brand that works directly with artisans in India.
Wow.
And they create beautiful, handcrafted home decor items.
Nice.
Using traditional techniques.
That's awesome.
And I found the most exquisite hand-woven shawl for her.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah,
she must love that.
She did.
Yeah.
She was so thrilled. She loved the story behind it.
Yeah.
The fact that it was supporting local artisans.
Right, and preserving traditional crafts.
It's a perfect example of how these DDC brands are bridging the gap between tradition and modernity.
Yeah, they're honoring age-old craftsmanship while also appealing to a contemporary audience.
And that shawl really became a conversation piece.
I bet.
A reminder of the importance of supporting local communities.
And preserving those cultural traditions.
It's the magic of Diwali gifting.
Yeah, it's about more than just exchanging presents. Sure. It's about strengthening those bonds.
Expressing gratitude.
Celebrating the things that really matter.
And I think D2C brands are playing a really important role in that.
I think so too.
They're not just disrupting the market.
Right.
They're disrupting our thinking about what a gift can be.
Yeah, they're encouraging us to be more thoughtful. More conscious, more connected.
And they're reminding us that the most meaningful gifts often come with a story.
That's a beautiful way to put it.
It's not just about the object itself.
Right.
But about the thought, the intention, and the connection behind it.
Absolutely.
Well, we've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive.
It's been a journey.
But before we move on to the final part,
I
want to leave our listeners with one last thought.
I'm ready.
As we wrap up our deep dive into Diwali gifting, I want you to think about your own gift-giving style.
Okay.
Do you plan weeks in advance, or are you more of a last-minute shopper?
It's funny how different everyone is.
Isn't it?
Yeah, some people love that planning, and others, it's like total stress.
Yeah, and maybe that's one of the reasons these D2C brands are doing so well.
How so?
Well, they're really catering to everyone.
Okay.
Whether you're a meticulous planner or you thrive on that last-minute adrenaline rush.
Makes sense. They're making it easier for everyone to find that perfect gift.
Exactly, no matter your style or time constraints.
So before we wrap up, what are our key takeaways?
What have we learned?
Well, one thing that's really clear is how D2C brands are changing the whole meaning of Diwali gifting.
Yeah, it's not just about tradition anymore.
Right. It's about expressing yourself, supporting your values.
And creating a memorable and meaningful experience.
Exactly.
We talked about how they're offering these unique and personalized products. Moving away from those generic gift sets.
Right, because who wants another box of sweets?
Nobody.
No. And they're doing all of this while also being mindful of the planet.
Yeah. Sustainability is so important to them.
It is.
And they're really making it a core value in every part of their business.
From sourcing to packaging.
We also talked about their multi-channel strategies.
Oh, right.
Using everything from online marketplaces to social media to even those brick-and-mortar stores.
They're everywhere.
They want to reach everyone.
And they're going above and beyond to personalize the whole experience.
Right, making those wow moments that make a gift truly special.
Exactly, like personalized recommendations, custom engravings.
Handwritten notes.
Even that try-at-home service.
From Oray.
Yeah, they want the recipient to feel seen and appreciated.
It's all about the feels.
It is.
And let's not forget about that last mile experience.
Oh, right. Super important.
They're investing in those smooth checkout processes, reliable delivery options, exceptional customer service to make sure the whole gifting journey is smooth and delightful.
They want to take away the stress so
Right.
you can focus on the joy of giving.
So as you prepare for Diwali this year,
Yeah.
embrace that spirit of innovation and thoughtfulness that these D2C brands embody.
I love that.
Look beyond those usual gifts
Yeah, think outside the box.
and explore the world of unique, personalized, and sustainable gifts.
There's so many amazing options out there.
Don't be afraid to try something new.
Right. Let your gifts reflect your style and values.
And most importantly, remember that the true value of a gift is in the sentiment behind it.
Oh.
Whether it's a handcrafted treasure, a sustainable treat, or a personalized piece of jewelry.
Let your Diwali gifts be an expression of love, gratitude, and connection.
Happy Diwali, everyone,
Happy Diwali!
and happy gifting.